You have U.S. and the push by members, quote unquote, of the international community for Kenya to send police force into Haiti. It is ridiculous. First of all, Kenya needs to keep those police forces in Kenya. If the police forces of Kenya, if the force is so powerful, keep them in Africa. We need them in Africa. Haiti does not need police force. If the situation in Haiti is so strong, so important, so dangerous, Haiti needs a military. Haiti needs a military intervention. But I also want to ask, what happened to the Haitian military? Why is the Haitian military incapable? Why was the Haitian military dismantled? That's questions we need to be asking. Also, Haiti is a country of about 11.4, 11.5 million people, approaching 12 million people. It is very interesting that Kenya is trying to send 1,000 police officers to a country that needs so much. You want to send 1,000 police officers to a country of about 11 to 12 million people. That is ridiculous. I want to ask another question. Why is it that CARIBCOM and the other Caribbean slash Latin American or South American countries not intervening? This has to do with something that I've concluded on, and I do not like. Where whenever something happens in the black diaspora, black people are not given the opportunity to intervene and to end it. It is often outsiders that are going in. So it is very interesting that something is happening in Haiti and CARIBCOM is not being pushed to intervene. Even Cuba. Cuba has a good military that could basically end the situation in Haiti. I find it to be very interesting but disturbing that the United States and others in the quote unquote international community are pushing Kenya to intervene with police forces, a police force in Haiti, while the Caribbean countries are not being supported to do so. And you have countries such as Cuba with a very sophisticated military. It's not being advised, it's not being asked to intervene in the Haiti. Something is not right. Something very bad is happening, is going on. And I feel like we in the black diaspora need to talk something about it. Now, in Africa, you have recently with the drive in Liberia to establish a war crimes court and an economic crimes court to basically prosecute some quote unquote criminals. And this is one of the problems that is leading to devastation in the black African diaspora because we have political infighting. Liberia is trying to go after quote unquote criminals. Ethiopia, there is tension in Ethiopia. There is a war slash genocide going on in Sudan, war slash genocide in Congo, and the continent is destabilized. Libya is destabilized. We almost have a dangerous war situation in the Sahel region when last summer they wanted ECOWAS to intervene to invade Niger. By right, Liberia being the oldest republic in Africa, the country that was never colonized in Africa traditionally, Ethiopia being the only country in Africa that was able to maintain its sovereignty. Liberia and Ethiopia should have the strongest of relations with countries such as Haiti. And Liberia and Ethiopia should be talking right now how they can come together, galvanize African support so that all the countries in Africa, especially the black African countries, need to contribute soldiers to go and do peacekeeping mission in Haiti, along with the Caribbean or CARIBCOM states. So this is how I believe it should work. Liberia could provide maybe 100 soldiers, South Africa could provide maybe 1,000 or 2,000. Kenya could provide 1,000 or 2,000. Nigeria could provide maybe 3, 4,000. When you add all the hundreds and thousands of soldiers that every African countries, or in this case, every black African countries will provide or contribute. When you add what the CARICOM countries will provide or contribute, you could come up with a very significant force, peacekeeping force, that can be successful in Haiti, keeping the peace in Haiti. It's very interesting how my brother is sick, but there is a self referred slash so-called doctor who is telling me I should not work on trying to treat my brother. But now this doctor is known to kill every patient that he treats. If that is the case, I'm going to take my chances. I rather treat my brother and kill him than let that doctor treat my brother. And this seems to be what is happening in the black African diaspora, where even in Africa, situation is going on in African countries, and African countries are either weak to intervene or they are persuaded not to do so because the post-colonial masters, the neo-colonial masters, want to have their way in that country. I think moving forward, the policy of the black diaspora, African diaspora, should be when something happens, we need to have a black African conversation. Instead of we go to somebody's living room, in this case, to a European country's living room, okay, to a white man's living room to talk about our trouble, to keep peace in our community. Let's say, okay, everybody in this room, if you are not an African, if you are not a black African, stand up. Everyone will stand up who is not an African or black African. Then now we can say, okay, if you're not a black African or an African, get out. We're going to have an African only conversation. We need to talk about this. That should be the mentality within our community, within the black African diaspora. If this happened, I believe we can be much more sophisticated and much more successful in tackling situations such as what's happening in Haiti.